So the thing I keep thinking about is, was it worth it to be happy for a little bit, even though it ended up sad? Or would it have been better if the whole thing never happened?
Trauma bonds are so hard because you love that person. Because you're just like, oh my God, but I love them. I know they just hit me upside the head last week, but they said they'd never do it again, and I believe them. I believe them.
There is not one thing you can do to fill that void. There is not one thing you can do to make them feel whole, and there is not one thing you can do to fix them. You are going to spend a lifetime trying to love their broken pieces back together while they actively break your pieces apart.
If any of that relates to you, you might be in a trauma bond. And it might be a trauma bond to a lost soul. Do you have time to stop what you're doing, stop your ambitions, your dreams, your aspirations, because you got to charge back up from someone you never should have been around in the first place? Trauma bonds aren't real because we make them not real. You are already loved and you are already chosen by your inner child. Stay with me now. While it's not our responsibility of what has happened to our inner child as far as trauma or real life experiences, it is definitely our responsibility to heal our inner child if there is any wounding. I don't know if a lot of people got that memo. Just because other people are not healing their inner child doesn't mean that we have to intertwine with them. Even in the Bible it says do not be unequally yoked. To be unequally yoked to someone means you are not on the same level as them, even if it's simply vibration. Say no to lost souls, not souls in a shoe, but souls. Say no to lost souls because they regress you from completing your life's purpose. They are taking away from you energetically, and nobody has time for that. I'm just gonna put you up on game just a little bit, okay? How to identify a lost soul. A lost soul has no future direction, or they future fake. They are too comfortable in low vibrational settings or behaviors, and last but not least, they lack consistency. Now, if someone has all three of these, I'm not saying that they're a lost soul, but it's a rectangle and square situation. Not all squares are rectangles, but all rectangles are squares. If someone is a lost soul, they are holding you back. Have you ever thought of when you're around somebody, you're usually really energetic, really happy, really a go-getter, but you get around this person and now you feel kind of lazy, or you feel kind of confused. You're not really sure where you're going or what's happening or what you're doing. That person might be a lost soul. The only way to protect ourselves from lost souls is to protect our energy and just not be around them. A simple block, a simple no talking, a simple like you don't exist to me could be enough to deter a lost soul, because they see, oh wow, this person is serious about their energy. Okay, they don't want to talk to me, they don't want to see me. Okay, cool, all right, bet. Some people do get the hint, but others, you might have to go a little bit longer lengths. But this video is not long enough, okay? Let me know down below if you want me to do an extended video on lost souls. The other thing that lost souls like to do is they take energy from you, because as you can tell, since they're lost, they can't accumulate the positive, abundant energy that you have. So it's easier to take from someone who's already positive, that's already ambitious, abundant, already know where they're trying to go and what they're trying to do, and falsely claim it for themselves. Like, you know what? I am this person. I am this person too. And that's where mirroring comes in. That's when people kind of wear mask. But the thing about someone taking your energy, they don't have your brain. They don't have your power. They don't have what you have. All they have is the energy that they have harvested from you. And so they still have that same soul that's empty. So what they produce with your energy will not give what you would have gave. I hope I said that right. Thankfully for you, if you are someone who is not a lost soul, you can replenish your energy. It might take a couple days, couple hours, couple weeks, depending on how this person harvested your energy. But just know it will come back to you, and you should definitely do better next time. Do I want to be that depleted again being around this person? Don't nobody have time for that, because I don't know if you guys have phones. I mean, you probably do. That's how you're watching this video. When you plug in your phone to charge it, does it charge in 5 minutes? No, it probably takes at least 30 minutes for any phone to really get charged up. So it's like, do you have time to stop what you're doing, stop your ambitions, your dreams, your aspirations, because you got to charge back up from someone you never should have been around in the first place? That doesn't sound right to me. Stay away from lost souls, because they're literally going to deplete you. They might think that they're getting one up on you because they're getting your energy and they think they could use it. And maybe some of them can. Just be aware that there will be downtime. There will be consequences for you being spiritually irresponsible. Because it's one thing if you don't know someone's a lost soul, but it's another thing if you know this about this person and you continue to be around them. And the lack of consistency from a lost soul is pretty consistent. Have you ever known that person that starts a new project every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month, and then they never end up finishing it because they don't even have the steam to go all the way through? Or they might be someone who literally wants to do it for the clout, do it to show that they're doing something. This person's always busy, but they have nothing to show for it. Like, this person is always busy, but not necessarily successful. It might be a lost soul, because it's like, what are you doing that's busy? Talking about what you're going to do, saying what you're going to do, but never actually do it. Stay away from those people. We are supposed to be fulfilling our purpose. We're not supposed to just talk about our purpose. You got to surround yourself with people who are go-getters, people who know exactly what they're doing and they know how to do it because they've done it. In order to break trauma bonds, we have to tap into the highest version of ourselves. And the only way to do that is to know that trauma bonds aren't real. Yes, they are real, but they are not real. We are creating our reality. So if you feel yourself trauma bonded to someone, absolutely start reading and learning about what a trauma bond actually is. Because some people think that trauma bonding is, oh, we have the same trauma, so we're gonna bond over it. Absolutely no. Trauma bonding, you become addicted to something that is essentially not real. This person has love bombed you, this person has mirrored you, and now you think, oh my God, this person's so great, when in reality it's you that's so great. Your love is what makes this person great. Your attention is what's making this person seem so much more grandiose, and you're putting them on a pedestal when again, it is you. You are the magic, you are the power. And so removing yourself from that situation will absolutely open your eyes and like, wait a second, I'm actually great here, and this person, they may be alright. They might still be attractive, okay, because the devil isn't ugly. Let's really get into it. The thing about trauma bonds and what we have to understand is that they can be broken. It is hard. You're gonna feel like you are weaning off of a drug because you're so convinced, in your mind, you're so convinced that this is your soulmate. And I'm gonna tell you right now, your soulmate will never make you feel any less than however you want to feel. Like, if you require princess treatment, this person every time will show you princess treatment. You won't even have to tell them twice, 3 times, 4 times. That is what you should be striving for, instead of the breadcrumbs, instead of yearning for the love in the beginning. Psychologically, we can reject it. And it's not to say that you don't go through traumatic things that would make this extremely difficult. What we need to understand is that time is of the essence. How much time are we going to give someone who was playing a game from the beginning? How many times are we going to allow ourselves to be fooled by someone who wants us to be fooled by them? What has helped me understand trauma bonding and how it doesn't really affect me is, listen, I know when I'm getting love bombed, but I am so delusional that I feel like I deserve it. I be like, yes, I am so beautiful, I'm so gorgeous, of course. You want to marry me and it's been 4 days? Oh! But I'm also very self-aware. I know, like, okay, you do not love me after 3 weeks. That's just not how it works. But what you can understand is that when you are picking a romantic partner, they say you're also picking the parent of your inner child. If you don't allow someone to be in and out of your child's life, or inconsistent, or, you know, just kind of being real funny, well, then you probably shouldn't be dealing with that person, because again, you are the parent now. I'm the mom of a very bougie inner child, okay? She is so cutthroat, and I gotta listen to her. And here's the thing, it doesn't even have to be romantic, because we are so much more than our romantic endeavors. We are so much more as a collective than what we've been through. I am a person that doesn't believe that people change. Life changes people. So if that person hasn't gone through something, or they haven't really allowed life to evolve them, then they probably shouldn't even be in your corner to begin with. And that's a whole nother video in itself too. Let's talk about it. The evolution of soul and spirit, okay? While you should be cautious of people who are lost souls, don't be too cautious to the point where you are judging others who may have been in that lost soul category, but now they have bossed up, they have leveled up, and they are someone else. Trauma bonds aren't real because we make them not real. We deserve so much better. A lost soul is what creates a trauma bond between you and that person. And to be honest, move on with your life. Do a lot better. Even the smartest person can fall for a trauma bond, because people think, oh, only stupid people get into trauma bonds. And that's not true. Anyone can be susceptible to a trauma bond with anyone. And that's because we are all still trying to figure it out. We are all souls in our own vessels trying to figure out, okay, where do I fit? Where do I not fit? Who is my soul tribe? Who is my soulmate? And at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We all mess up. It's just more so about being self-aware, and just know that in order to be with certain people, there are certain levels. And if you feel like you are leveled with someone, then you guys are vibrating high and in the same frequency. If you feel a little bit weird, you might be dealing with someone who is not on the same frequency as you. And you should assess the situation as such. All right. That's all I got for you guys.